All right, well, we're back, the Tyler Barndominium, and we're going to be making some progress here with our aggregate, gravel, base, concrete, whatever you want to call it, crushed concrete. And Kyler already came here this morning. I am a little reluctant because he put this right on top of here before I got my mat laid out. So I'm going to deal with that now, which it's not a big deal, really. I could start from this point over here and start working that way. So we're gonna document a little bit of this work for you guys. I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get it going. Okay, well, as we got started this morning, Kyler, he just didn't remember, but he dumped his first load of gravel for this morning right here, and this is where I was going to lay this drainage mat. And so instead, we started to start right here. We started rolling out this mat and putting a little bit of gravel down. I haven't really started smoothing any of this yet. Mainly just trying to lay it out. That's what we're doing. And we made it a pretty good bit up the road there. What we're about to do right now, now that we got that cleaned up, is we're going to grab the other roll of this geomat and we're going to lay it out on this entrance. We're going to have to kind of lay it out, cut it, pick it up, move it, lay it out, pin it down. We'll do that a little bit without having any of the skid steer rolling. I think we're going to just do that right now so we can get ready to start laying some rock over top of that. And I'm going to lay that pretty thick, and also it's going to be fairly wide at the entrance there so that we can establish a good turn in. We've got a good bit of an opening there. I'll have to measure it, but I bet it's like 32 feet or more of an opening there. And then it gets a little more narrow right here. But as you can see, we are going to make it a little wider here. I filled all this in around there just because I know as we bring in big trailers, we're going to be turning extra wide right here as we shoot up the road. So the client wanted a little bit of curvature to this drive, and that's what they're going to get. Really, it's out of necessity that we put the curve in the road. Sometimes you're adding curve to the road. It looks too obvious, but as you can see, this was a low-lying area. A lot of water still here, and I'm thankful for a little bit of cloud cover, and so is Jensen today because his net got a little burnt yesterday, right? Yeah. So a little bit easier today, a little bit cooler, and we're a little more prepared. So that's what's happening. On to more progress. We're going to lay it out. All right, well, here's what we got going on. We just rolled out 2 layers of this mat side by side. Jensen and I kind of developed a system for that, mainly where we kind of roll it out as we go. A little bit easier doing it that way than having to worry about the wind as much. So To sum it up, basically where I'm at right now, we've been making our way down the road. We've made a good bit of coverage with the existing rock that we got. I've got 2 more loads sitting here. So one of the things that I'm finding is that I'm not going to lose as much material as far as the crushed concrete goes. So I'll be able to lay this sparingly in some spots if I had to. Meaning that it's not going to jam down on the ground. That's the advantage of using the geomat. That's not necessarily the reason why I was using it. I just wanted to be able to establish to where grass is not growing through it, mainly down the road. This is something that we were interested in on this. As you can see, we got a nice wide area coming in that's going to go all the way down. And all of this has got the geomat now, so it's looking pretty good. And I have pretty good coverage in certain spots, but you can see like right here, if you look over there in this spot, I've got just enough just to hold the mat down without it being the wind blowing it up. And that's what we were looking to accomplish with this round coming in here with the gravel. So now what I'm about to do is I'm going to go through this and layer this in a little thicker all the way down the road, see how much more material we got. If we got enough material, we'll keep going with the road and get as far as we can. So that's where we're at. More progress to come. Okay, well, this is what we got. I was able to lay out at least all the material that I had. As you can see, that's not there anymore. This is a little thin, a little bit on the sides still, and I'm probably going to bring up the level all the way up over there, but this is what we got. It's all laid out what I've got. I am going to be having to pull my machine from here. Ultimately, what I was looking to accomplish was to be able to get the soil test guys in here. I still need to build up a little bit more on that side. That's going to be a wide turn once we bring big trailers in. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, we made it about to right there with the road, and we got to go all the way up. So I do not have even a full coverage of gravel over this yet. So we've got a little ways to go, but the entrance is looking mighty fine, and that is really what I was trying to accomplish, because the farther you go up here, the drainage is pretty good. You're not going to have to worry about getting in and out. All right, guys, well, we'll be back over here when we get a chance. I've actually got to pull the machine from here for now. We're going to let these guys come in, do a soil test, and so we'll be coming to pick up the machine probably tomorrow sometime. And this needs to kind of get a good soaking rain on it so it can all settle in. That's what this geomat's all about. It's supposed to help keep you from losing material. So once it hardens, it really is quite the road system. So that's what it's all about. Obviously you don't want grass growing through it, but that's not really why we're doing it. We're trying to keep as much of the product as we can, because this material is pretty expensive, I gotta say. It's gonna be one beautiful road when it's all said and done, and we'll be going back that way through our path and building a beautiful Barndominium, and possibly 2. We'll have kind of a temporary quarters and then the main house. That's one thing that all this time that's been going on has pushed the conversation to the main house as well. But Meanwhile, I've got a couple things I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and call the soil engineer company, let them come out, do their drilling so that that can be done. Then the next time I'm here, I'm going to be building the pad site and continuing the progress on this build. So I appreciate you guys following along for these types of videos. Let us know in the comments below if you want to see more. This is the Tyler Barndominium. I'm Josh Helm, wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching. Texas Best.
Oh yeah, Texas Best.